Ron Moshier from Utica OD. Good morning.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We come down to a one-game playoff here, and I still think the Yankees have to be favored here, but
big-time favorites.
Yeah.
I would think so. I mean, I would be, and me not being a Yankee fan, I'd be pleasantly surprised if the Twins knocked them off, but I don't see it happening.
Ron, we want to congratulate you, by the way, on your promotion as being sports editor now at the Observer-Dispatch.
Oh, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. It's I don't know how many years I've been there. If you include part-time, it's over 30. So, and I really have lost count of how many sports editors I've worked for and with. But I do know that I asked John Pederesi, over the years, how many sports editors have actually, and not that this is a prerequisite, but how many sports editors at the Observer-Dispatch have been homegrown or from this area. And I believe out of all the ones I've worked for, I only think one in the last 40 years has been from this area, and that was Fran Paritano, who was only sports editor for basically a cup of coffee because now he's on the news side. And he was a former sports writer himself. So,
certainly, we're all like, I always thought he was sports editor. So, it's no difference for...
You know what? That's what my wife said.
Well, listen, congratulations.
Didn't you get that job 3 years ago?
All right.
No. Well, I just hope that, the toughest part of it, guys, I think is going to be letting go of some things that I've been doing for so many years. But you know what? The reason why I decided to go this route was because I have faith in Marquel Slaughter and Ben Burnell and Catherine Davis. They're much younger than me. I think I haven't done the math, but I think I might be able to be one of their grandparents. But anyway, we had a wedding out of town this past weekend, and they did a great job without me. I don't even know if they need me. I really have a lot of confidence in them, a lot of faith in them, and the job I do as sports editor is only going to be as good as how much they help me, and because I'm going to need help. A lot of the other things that I wasn't in charge of before, I'm going to have to be, and I'm going to have to let go of some things. And Marquel has already shown that. I mean, he's ready to be the new me in a way with football and basketball and baseball. So,
well, speaking of,
he's been here about a year. So,
speaking of high school football, I know you're tight on time, and we are as well with everything going on in the world right now.
I understand. Yeah, I know. I'm glad we put it off till today because yesterday it wouldn't have been right talking about high school football. I'm not sure it is now. So,
well, then give us a quick brief. What are we looking at? Dowdesville still in the hunt here as undefeated. When is that big Dowdesville West Canada game coming up?
In a couple of weeks. So a week from Saturday, I believe, and it's at Dowdesville. I can't wait. West Canada Valley at Dowdesville, and West Canada Valley hasn't lost since the opening day to Mount Markham, and they're on a roll right now. I almost get them mixed up in a story. Coach Todd Hoban and his quarterback Matt Tobin have really I think learned from that opening day loss to Markham and are really on a roll right now. And I think I can't wait for that matchup because Dowdesville lately, let's face it, hasn't been tested, and
right.
I think they're averaging over 50 points a game right now, and they haven't had to sweat one out. And if anybody can really put them to the test, I think it's West Canada Valley. It's such a big rivalry. So can't wait for that one on Saturday, October 14th, I believe.
All right.
And again, I wrote today about Whitesboro. It sort of put them on the spot last week that it was more or less a must-win. And after the fact, Tom Shane said it was a must-win. And they got Phil Gabberty back from an illness and ran for 5 touchdowns. And, they've righted the ship there. And they've got another challenge this week. Friday night they go to East Syracuse Manoa, which is a big rivalry, and I believe that is that's Spectrum's TV game on Friday night, which I don't like because with TV timeouts and everything, it's going to be tough to make deadline. But that should be a good game, and they're heading towards a great showdown their regular season finales against an Indian River team that's unbeaten and ranked in the top 10 in the state. So that should be a good one, and that'll be at Whitesboro. So,
all right, we're hard to believe, but we're already getting well into this, where playoff time is something we're going to be talking about real soon.
Oh, Bill, we only have 2 more regular season games for all the classes except Whitesboro's. Class A, they play an extra week of regular season, so they go right into the semifinals. The quarterfinals are only like 3 weeks away, so for all the other classes. And, I should mention, hey, Sequoia Valley at Westmoreland this Saturday. I think that's where I'm going to be. It should be a great one. That's for the Class D Central Division lead, really.
Yep.
And Sequoia, the last 2 weeks, has won it in the last minute and a half or so, and I'm going to their practice today to talk about it. This past weekend, back and forth with Waterville, and they score with 11 seconds left to win it, 38-34 in a shootout. And the interesting part with this Sequoia Valley team is they're not built like your prototypical come-from-behind team.
Yeah.
They don't throw the ball, but they came from behind at Frankfort to win in the last minute or so by running the football. They threw the ball once, and that was intercepted in that game. Yeah. And then this past weekend, they complete one pass, but that pass was about, I forget, maybe a 41-yard gain on 4th and 13 on the game-winning drive. So they're sort of like they have a flair for the dramatic, and I'm going to go to practice today to play up their game at Westmoreland this Saturday. Should be a good one.
All right, we're a couple of weeks into before playoffs. Hard to believe. Ron Moshier, again, congratulations on your promotion at the OD, and we'll talk again next week.
All right, thank you, guys. Take care.
Ron Moshier, read about it in the Utica OD and uticaod.com.